Hey Juventini, I'm Alberto. This is the All Juve cast, and welcome back to another episode of Juve Today. All right, so today was the day Juventus held a press conference and Agnelli introduced the new era of management surrounding Juventus. Okay, so we have Nedved, Cherubini, and Arriva Bene all speaking for the first time, making up this new management. All right, Nedved now, in the key points coming out of this, Nedved is number 2 now to Agnelli. Okay, so Nedved is the new number 2. The 400 million euro capital increase, that is basically, we need to all pump the brakes and not get too overly excited and think, okay, here's all this wave of transfer activity. That's not the case. The big portion of that, over 300 million euros of that, will go to just cover the effects from the pandemic and COVID. Okay, so that's where the majority of it's going to go. We will get very little of a boost from that. Okay. In terms of UEFA and the continued threats about Juventus not taking part in Champions League, Agnelli has said he is not afraid of it whatsoever, and legally there's no action that can be taken. So again, one of the things we've always stressed at all UVcast and on our podcast is that Agnelli, even Florentino Perez from Real Madrid, would never put themselves in a situation where something like that could potentially happen. You have to trust that they're smart enough to know what they can and can't do. So the coverage there, perfectly fine with it. I've never been afraid of them missing out on Champions League, and I don't think you Juventini should either. In terms of Cristiano Ronaldo's future, Cherubini spoke and said there has been no news, basically. The discussions with Jorge Mendes haven't even taken place, but so far there are no signs of any transfer activity. So as of right now, there is no news in regards to Cristiano Ronaldo even wanting a transfer. So Cherubini just saying nothing has taken place as of yet. That's the news on Cristiano Ronaldo. In terms of Paulo Dybala, Nedved reiterated the stance that club and player will want to extend the contract, and they will speak once Paolo returns to Italy. In terms of the Mercado as a whole, Cherubini basically said what a lot of us anticipated due to the effects, again, of COVID, but there will not be much activity. There will not be a lot of activity, but he did say they will be vigilant in seizing technical opportunities. Okay, so there you go. A lot of what we already knew and really predicted. Not going to get a massive wave of moves in the Mercado, but they will be looking to see some opportunities. Locatelli will be one. They did not speak on Locatelli. I know that Twitter has been in an uproar. And by the way, my handle's right here on the ticker across the bottom. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and join in on all the discussions that take place throughout each day surrounding Juventus, and just a lot of fun content. But Locatelli, I know there was an uproar yesterday from Juventini because Cannavale from Sassuolo said that Arsenal had put in an official bid and that now they're all of a sudden in the mix. Look, do not be concerned about Locatelli, okay? Again, I believe he has given Juventus his word, and he has told Sassuolo his wishes are to join Juventus. This really takes any kind of leverage away from Sassuolo. This particular move about talking about Arsenal, I said it last night on Twitter. Look, don't be concerned. Just a game. He's playing in order to push Juventus that 10 million extra from their offer to just purchase him outright, okay? Because that's where it stands. Juventus wants to go 30 million euros plus a player. Sassuolo just wants the 40 million euros cash. And this, I think, is just a ploy to get Juve across that edge just to go with the 40 million euros straight. Don't be concerned about us all of a sudden losing out to Locatelli. And especially don't be concerned with us losing Locatelli to Arsenal. Okay? So pump the brakes. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Locatelli, I believe he's going to come to Juventus. I'd be shocked if he didn't. Okay. In other news, there's only a couple little other tidbits of news. Mattia Pedan has been apparently told by Juventus that he will be the backup to Szczesny. This is an interesting scenario as Pedan has expressed his wishes to get a move somewhere where he can play to try and get a spot at the next World Cup. Being a backup to Wojciech Szczesny would not help him a lot. So be interesting for Juventus to start to be moving away from players' will or whatnot and starting to be a little more ruthless in that sense. I'm always curious about how scenarios like this can affect the locker room. So it'd be interesting having a guy that said, hey, this is my wishes and not honoring them. It's a little bit interesting. So we'll have to see. But I want to know your thoughts when you do something like that and pulling someone in against his will or whatnot. How do you feel about that? Last, certainly not least, if Cristiano Ronaldo decides to stay with Juventus and honor the last season of his contract with Juventus, Scamacca, again, is a name that lingers around Juventus camp in terms of bringing him in as an alternate 9, obviously with Morata's loan being renewed. So there you have it. That's the news surrounding Juventus today. All right. And yeah, a lot to talk about. Drop your comments, your thoughts, opinions. I've loved hearing from all you Juventini. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. A lot of fun stuff coming up. And of course, if you're Canadian and you're watching this, happy Canada Day. Forza Juve, Pino alla fine. Ciao a tutti.